And as you're moving towards that desired reality, that end result where you would like to go, what happens is you get pulled back. So either we're stuck and we have no direction and we don't know where we're going, or number two is we keep oscillating between where we wanted to go and we keep getting pulled back to our current reality. And there's nothing wrong with that. Although the reason why we keep getting pulled back and why we can't manifest is that all of our thoughts and feelings, which are generally limiting beliefs, keep popping up. And those things like, I might not be capable, I don't think I can do this. And believe me, people actually wake up in the morning and they think like that. And if that's you, again, that's pretty common, because that's what I did many, many years ago. I would wake up thinking, what on earth am I doing? And I would always be questioning everything that I was doing myself. And so other limiting beliefs could be things like, and I say limiting beliefs because they are limiting people from actually moving forward and getting to where they want to go. And most people are really just pulled back by fear. But we have these thoughts going on in our mind that we're not worthy, we're not good enough, we can't do it, we're too old, we're too young. And we have all these limitations on us. And we see it in our businesses. We see it how we, our perception of money. Some people are saving so much money and they're afraid of spending money because they're afraid of not being able to accumulate anymore. Some people are, stingy with their money. And really, it all comes back to not feeling really good about yourself. And there's a lot of money issues around finances, and it's really us limiting our potential. That's what it is. And again, it's usually from past experiences. And remember, we can also pick up things from DNA as well. As much as we might look like our parents and our family members, or we might have some personality and characteristic of some of our parents, but we're also carrying DNA of trauma, and we're also carrying DNA of limiting beliefs that we may not even know. And it comes about like, you might be heading towards your desired reality, and you might just decide, it's getting a little bit scary. It could be like, going on a date, right? Maybe you're not sure about a particular person, whether they're going to reject you, and you really like that person. You want to ask them out. But what happens is you're moving towards your end result and you don't make the call. And what happens is you're pulling yourself back thinking, am I going to get rejected again? Is he going to like me? Is she going to like me? It's probably not going to work out. Relationships for me never work out. Whatever it might be, you see, these are all beliefs. Now, the interesting thing is that it may not be something of your doing in this life. It could be other DNA patterning. And you see, that's why I always bring in the recode, because when I actually connect to the superconscious field, it means that the superconscious field is where we tap into all the levels of consciousness, because we don't know what's actually happened in our past and our experiences. We can make it up. We can go, it was maybe because my parents separated when I was 2. That's probably why I don't believe in relationships, or whatever it might be. It could be that. And you could be forever and a day trying to figure that one out, when that actually happened and why there's certain things that you are doing in your behavior and your action steps every single day that are actually pulling you back to your current reality and not going towards that amazing, soul fulfilling relationship. Now, I can bring in all different examples of money, finances. I can bring in all different examples of health. I mean, health is really, really interesting, because when you're people join the gym like every single year in January because they come up with all these new year resolutions and they go, yeah, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to get really fit. I'm going to get toned. I'm going to get like all, buffed out. So what I'm going to do. And of course, what happens is they lose that motivation and they become uninspired and they keep getting pulled back. Why do they keep getting pulled back? Because you really want a healthy, fit, pumped up body so you can actually bring in that soul partner, you think. So you might even be going towards that and you get pulled back every single time. Here's the thing. It could be something that you have experienced in your life. You've started gym membership and not gone, or maybe you've started exercise and then you've injured yourself. So you have this program running of, oh, if I do too much exercise, I might sprain a muscle or whatever it might be. But you see, we have all these generational patterns which keep coming up. And when they keep coming up, you don't even know what's going on. So when I get you into the creative structure, so I work out, okay, what do you want with your health? What do you want with your finances? What do you want with your relationships? It may not be an intimate relationship. It could be maybe another family member or friends that you would like to accumulate more of. So the thing is that you get into the right structure, the creative structure, you work out exactly, get really, really clear on what it is that you're wanting. That's number one. Get so crystal clear with it. I say get really crystal clear that if you woke up in 90 days time, you would wake up and you know exactly where you would like to be, crystal clear. So then there's going to be less oscillation because you're not going to be in query of where you're heading. It's like if I came and, picked you up in the car and I said, we're going to go for a ride. And you say, Jayne, where are we going? And I say, I don't know, we're just going to head north for a while. Now, that could be fun. I'm a fun person to be with. It will be fun. But then after a while, you're going to think, Jayne, where are we going? Now, if I had a plan, if I had a map, if I had clarity and I was really clear in the direction where I was going, I would pick you up and say, yep, we're going to go here. We're going to stop at 2:00. We're going to go to this cafe. We're going to stay at this hotel. This is what we're going to do. We're going to head out tomorrow. We can go rock climbing. We're going to go bushwalking, whatever it might be. So it's the same with your life. You're creating your own life. You're creating. Yes, we have lots of different people's realities coming in, and they're also creating as well, right? Yeah, John, mystery tour. Mystery tour, fun mystery tour. So the thing is, right, is that you've got to have that direction. You've got to know where you're going. That's really number one. And then number two is that you really do need to remove the resistance along the way. And how are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? You can do timeline therapy, you can do tapping, you can do hypnotherapy, you can do all of those. And they're all really, really good. There's things that I've participated in and I teach that too. But when you actually do the recode and really absorb yourself into, removing the resistance, then what happens is when you tap into all of the consciousnesses which you have the ability to tap into, then what happens is then you're handing it over in a way to the universe to actually have a look, because you're saying, it's like law of the attraction. You're saying, well, this is what I am wanting. This is where I am going. Please help me to get there. I don't know how to get there. You don't even need to know the how, really. You just need to remove the resistance away from the aligned action that you're planning to actually take. Because when you're moving towards your desired reality, and when you get pulled back, it just means that you have all this resistance in the way. Now, remember, resistance is fantastic. Resistance is great, because if you don't have tension, because remember, tension seeks resolution. So as an example, it could be that you're on a diet, or you're taking away sugar, wheat, and dairy from your diet, and you go past a cake shop and you see this most amazing cake that you absolutely love, and you think, oh my gosh. Then you're in conflict because you're thinking, Well, in my goals that I've written down, I want to be toned, I want to be healthy, I don't want to have, sugar in my diet anymore, because we know when you have like a chocolate bar, it depletes your immune system up to 50% for about 4 hours. So if you're wanting to get really healthy and not pick up anything from the external world, then chocolate's really not a great thing for you to have. Like, sugar is not a great thing to have, because it just plummets your immune system for absolutely hours. So you're going to be more susceptible to picking up things that are coming your way. So the thing is that as you're moving towards that desired reality, you're going to feel that resistance. So you're going to feel that tension. You're going to feel the tension. And that is great, because if you feel the tension, it has to be I guess it's got to be resolved in some way. So either you're going to go and eat the chocolate cake, right? Or you're not going to call the girl to ask her out on a date. Or what else is there? There's so many things, right? You're not going to, go out and speak to 10 people about your business. You're not going to go out networking, right? You're not going to post on social media. You're not going to show people what you do. You're not going to do lives. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do that. And that is in conflict to what it is that you're wanting with your goals, because your goals could be that you may have written down, okay, well, I'm going to contact, 10 people today and share with them what I actually do, what I can offer, what value I can give people. That's what it is. So you write it down on your list. This is what you need to do, right? It could be the night before you've written down on your list that you've got to be contacting 10 people to share whatever you have. Because if you don't share your business, well, you are your marketing. If people don't know what you have, then how on earth are you going to actually build your business? It doesn't make sense, right? So, before in time, we would have, TV ads, and we'd have radio, and we'd have a different form of marketing. Now it's all on social media. So if you write down, okay, well, this is what I need to do, and then you come to the end of the day and you haven't actually done it, you need help. You need help, because it's resistance, and tension always seeks resolution. So the resolution is, I'm not going to be doing any of those action steps because that's how I'm going to resolve it. But you're going to feel really bad about yourself if you went out and had the chocolate cake or whatever it is. You're going to have this positive, negative reinforcement. It's going to taste amazing for a couple of minutes, but then your brain's going to think, oh my gosh, I've just sabotaged myself. And then if you don't invite the girl out, you're going to go, oh my gosh, I just sabotaged myself. It's just true, right? It's just true. So what do you do? What do you do? Because you have all these action steps, and that's what every single coach tells you to do. They go, yeah, write down all your goals and make sure that they're all there. Cool. I do that too, because you have to know the direction. You can't go on a mystery tour, like it's fun for a period of time, but you're going to get very, very frustrated. So when you have the resistance, you go, okay, well, what am I going to do with it? This is really what I would like to do. But every single day, I'm just not getting there. So what is it? What do you need to do? Well, recoding is really, really good. And I teach it. And it's actually in the guide section. If you're on the Facebook page, then it's actually under the guide section. I have it. Like, I have written down 3 different modules about my ebook, which is, how to stop sabotaging yourself in 7 days. And I can guarantee you I'll give you your money back when you read the ebook, that you will stop sabotaging yourself. Because one is that you have to be really aware of your thoughts and your feelings. That's number 1. Okay, awareness is key. You have to have awareness, because if you don't have awareness, how on earth are you going to change? Ignorance is not a sin. Ignorance is not a sin. If you don't know, you don't know. But if you are aware of it, you are aware of the resistance, well, please do something about it. Or it's going to be like you're on this this hamster wheel going around and round, and you're going to get frustrated. And guess what? You're going to be pulled down into the mud. And the mud I'm talking about is all those lower vibrational feelings. And those are like, your sadness and not feeling good enough, don't feel like you belong. It's like you're taking on the whole world's issues. The whole world is all coming in. And then what happens is it starts to affect your daily life. It starts to affect your finances. It starts to affect your health. It affects your relationships. And everything is a direct reflection of really what you're thinking and how you're feeling on a daily basis. And that's just the way that it is. Just the way that it is. So I am going to go through a little bit of a strategy that you can use. I have many different strategies to get people into the creative structure to build a new identity of themselves over a period of time. But what I wanted to do really quickly, and I'm not going to talk too much about this, but I just wanted to offer you this because it's really very, very cool. So I actually run, there's really two ways of working with me, right? So one way is that you can do groups, which means that you can show up every week with me and you can work as a group. And that's part of the membership program. You can work with the group and also have all of my programs. You can do that as well. That's number two. And number three is you can work with me directly one-on-one. And that's generally when I say, okay, let's go on a Zoom call and let's negotiate. Let's work out what you're prepared to do and how committed you are to actually move forward in what it is that you're wanting to create. And we can work on all the different avenues. We can work on your health at the same time as your finances. We can also work on, your relationships, whatever it is. All of these are all related to each other. I don't believe you can have, lots of money and not have good finances. That's not going to work, right? So there has to be like a balance in all of those areas. So what I want to do is I'm going to see, I'm not sure whether I can actually do this. The icon is gone. I just want to share my screen. This here is, I've put together this membership. I've just put it together and it's for people who really would like to work with me on a weekly basis. So I'm hoping that you can actually see my screen. Yeah, you can see my screen, which is great. So what I'm offering, and I'm going to spend a couple of minutes with it, then I'm going to get onto a strategy to help you move from any mud feeling to feeling really, really good. So whether you suffer from anxiety, depression, self-doubt, don't feel like you belong, all of that, I'm going to be talking about that in just a moment. So great, Alex, you can see it. Perfect. So this is Abundant Mind library membership that I'm offering for you today, which is actually pretty cool. And I have this amazing bonus as well, which I'm going to add on to this for anyone who joins in the next 48 hours. So to join my community, it's participating in 4 live interactive gatherings each month. So every week we get together and we're on a Zoom call. You can ask me questions. I generally do a recode, and it's learning this material over a period of time. So you also get access to the Ignite Your Soul meditation. I have 12 of those that you can just have. That's sort of like a bit of a bonus anyway. As I said, we have live weekly Q&A. And you also get instant access to all of my previous live videos, right? All of my training going back from December. And I believe I have around 22 lessons that you can actually be part of as well. So the opportunity is also, you can have live sessions and the meditation. So this is just your opportunity. And it's $29 US a month. You can join, I was going to say join whenever you like. Yeah, in the next 48 hours, it's going to be great because I've got something really, really good to offer you. And you can also opt out at any time. So if you want to do it for 6 months, you can do that. If you want to do it for 3 months, you can do that as well. It's up to you. The details is what I'm going to be talking about is learning a new way of being with structure. So I'm going to be able to teach you how to tap into the superconscious field of all knowledge to move all of the resistance that's blocking you. And I can guarantee you that's what's going to happen. So you also are going to learn how to do the recodes without going all the way back and trying to figure out what's happening in your past. Also, you're going to be mastering all the realms of consciousness to help you manifest. And we need to bring in all of the levels of consciousness for you to get to that next level. I do not teach woo-woo stuff. This is concrete, researched quantum physics blending with psychotherapy. And so you're going to be able to learn how to navigate the current world events. And it's very much like living in that path of least resistance. So there's going to be less suffering for you, less struggle. The meditations are great. You're going to be able to embody that in your life as well. Also, you're going to be able to learn how to tap into those hidden fields of information, which is called your intuition. It's your sixth sense. So you're going to be able to do that. And that is where your natural genius is stored. That's where you get all the downloads of how you're going to move forward. And of course, it's about learning how to stay connected to source energy. So making changes at the highest level possible. And that's when the transformation is going to happen. And I quote a lot with Albert Einstein, right? I did a post yesterday on my Facebook, which is my private one, about Albert Einstein, about energy. It's really, really important. So the thing is that, yeah, you'll get like a little, I'm going to put in the link anyway. So you can just go and join there if that's what you would like to do. And as I said, it's Australian. It works to be about $40 a month, or $29 US if you're in America, and you're welcome to join that. So it's you showing up every week. They're also recorded. So if you can't make it on any given week, that's okay. You will get access to just the library, and you'll be able to just tap into all of those lessons if you want to. So that's what I'm offering. On and above that, if you join in the next, say, 48 hours, I'm also going to be able to give you a full body scan. And what I mean by that is that I need I basically get your voice, which is, I say about, 20 seconds of you speaking on like voice messenger, and also your selfie. And then just an updated photo of yourself, and I'll give you a full scan, and I'll be able to email that to you. And that's going to show you all about your body systems, your organs. It's also going to give you your chakras, which are very, very important, and also meridians. Why are they really important? Because your chakras, if they are blocked, we have a couple of hundred chakras, but you've probably heard the major ones, which is your crown chakra, your throat chakra, third eye, you've got your solar plexus, you've got your base, your root. Now, if any of those are blocked, it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to be able to move forward in any area: health, wealth, finances, relationships, whatever. And so we need to make sure they're all clear. And also I do meridians. Now, Ayurvedic is the chakras. It's from India. The meridians are from China. I'm talking thousands, centuries. And again, we go through and we check all the meridians, because if you're going to be doing work with me in regards to getting into the creative structure and learning how to tap into the universal consciousness and blending all the consciousnesses and removing all the resistance, we are still 3D linear beings, which means that we are still solid, and we need to look after our physical vehicle to get us through. And health should be everyone's choice to live, in true health and also vitality and have energy. So with these body scans, I do it personally for you, and I'm going to be able to then send it via email, and you're going to have a really good understanding. Now, not only are you going to get all that body scan, but you will also, which is amazing, I'll give you 4 frequencies for you to be listening to on a daily basis to increase your vibration. Now, in my lessons that I do weekly, every lesson is going to be different, okay? I'm going to be introducing different strategies. I'm going to be talking about the structure. I'm going to be talking about recoding, how you can get into your new identity of yourself. And the major thing is get you unstuck, get you stop oscillating from moving forward and then getting pulled back. And really the whole intention is to increase your frequency, your vibration, and then you're going to be able to live in that path of least resistance. So that's what I'm offering you. So if you wanted to do that, at the end of this live, I'm going to be dropping in the link on Facebook, and you'll be able to then join if you would like to do that. And I'll be able to then send you a scan within the next couple of days. So if you wanted to join the library, you can, it's open to you. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get back to how a really, really good strategy on how to get from the lower vibrational thoughts, which is your feeling of sadness, maybe hopelessness, not moving ahead, all of those things which I'm going to be talking about in a moment. So all of those feelings. And then we're going to be talking about, how you would like to feel. And what we're going to do is we're going to put in our left hand, we're going to put in all those negative thoughts that we just went through. And in your right hand, I'm going to get you to actually put in how you would like to feel. Now, here's the thing. If you suffer from, say, anxiety or depression or those thoughts of, say, helplessness that you just can't get ahead. Now, I can guarantee you, if you've been listening to me for the past, say, I don't know how long, 20, 30 minutes on the call, there were times that you never felt sad, and there were times that you didn't have anxiety, and there were times that you were just processing good information. And maybe you were just listening to me, processing it all. And I can guarantee you there were snippets of time that you did not feel sad. And there were snippets of, times moments right now that you didn't have anxiety or worry about your finances or worry about your health. So if we can do that for short periods of time, then we could probably, and I could use the word assume, we could probably predict that if we practiced these certain strategies over a period of time, we would have less of those negative thoughts. And if you're on my same wavelength, pop it in the comments if you understand what I'm talking about. Because you can't be sad 100% of the time, and you can't have anxiety 100% of the time. You can't be depressed 100% of the time. There are certain moments in your life that you don't feel like that. And so what we want to do is we want to expand those good feeling thoughts. And how we do that is, first we need to be aware of what our thoughts are at this particular point in time in your current reality, and where we would like to be. So if you're feeling a bit sad, a bit down, things are not working out for you, you put it all into your left hand. So you just imagine all of those lower vibrational thoughts in your left hand. Yeah. So John just mentioned that when you're in gratitude or appreciation or thankfulness, then you can't possibly be in a lower vibrational feeling. And I'm not saying that anyone should suppress anything. I just say no. In fact, all of the recoding that I do when I tap into the superconscious field, I tell people, get into your current reality, feel into that, feel into your desired reality. Where do you want to go? What is the opposite? Remember, we're living in a world of polarity, right? So without us knowing cold, we don't know what hot is. If we don't know what love is, sometimes we don't know what hate is. So we need to actually, there's always this polarity of feelings and thoughts as well as things. So the thing is that when we are in a particular thought, we can't actually have two thoughts at the same time. So when you come up with a sad feeling, you go, okay, well, I'm not feeling good right now. Could be that you've been triggered. It could be that you've watched something on social media. Generally, that's it these days, because we're generally on social media. Excuse me. So the thing is, right, is that we can't be in two thoughts at the same time. We can't be in two feelings at the same time, right? So in your left hand, you put all of those negative feelings of the current reality. And then in your right hand, you put in all of the good feeling thoughts that you want to feel. And I prefer to go onto the thought, not the imagery of the thought, just the feeling of it. How do we actually feel? So I want you to do that right now. So I'd like you just to close your eyes if you can. And I want you just to imagine in your left hand all of those sad feelings. Whatever you're feeling today, if you woke up in the worst mood ever, everything is not going good for you, things are not good, I would like you to put that in your left hand. So all of those feelings. So this is a closed eye process where you close your eyes and just imagine all of those dark thoughts that you're actually feeling. And that's in your left hand. You put it all in there. And just be there for a moment in those thoughts, those feelings of wherever you're at right now. And if you can't think about today, it could be like last week, or it could be whatever. So you pop it in your left hand, right? So you've got that there. So just feel into all of those feelings of how you're feeling. So now what I'd like you to do, still with your eyes closed, I'd like you to, and it's a good idea to actually put your hands up, and so you're, physically doing it. And in your right hand, I'd like you to put in how you would like to feel the complete opposite to your current reality. So this is your desired reality in your right hand. And instead of feeling, say, sad, you want to feel happy, joyful. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, you want to just feel at peace and feel okay with yourself. Yeah. So I want you just to feel into that desired reality. How would you really, truly like to feel? And just keep your eyes closed. How would you like to feel? And just put all of those beautiful, high vibrational feelings in your right hand. Just feel into that. And just feel into that. That's it. And now I'd like you to go back into your left hand and feel all the sad feelings, those lower vibrational feelings again. And just feel into that, the left hand, all of those emotions you are feeling there. Just feel into that now. That's it. You're doing good. And then what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go back to your right hand with how you would like to feel. And feel into that love and joy and that happiness that you would like to have in your life. Just be there in that moment. And now I'd like you to go back to your left hand and feel all the sad feelings, those lower vibration. Just go back to that feeling. That's it. You're doing good. And then I'd like you to go back to your right hand, all the happy feelings, the joyful and peace feelings, go back to that. Then I'd like you to go back to your left hand, all the sad feelings. Go back into that. That's it. And then go back into your right hand with how you would like to feel. Just joy and love and happiness. And go back to your left hand, those yucky feelings again. That's it. And go back into your desired reality, your happy feelings. Perfect. And what may happen is your hands might blend together, which is interesting. So now what I want you to do is just open your eyes. And this is a great activity. It's a great activity. And what you'll notice now is that everything's just in this neutrality. So you actually don't have the sad, you don't have the joy, you're just feeling okay. You're just in the land of neutrality. So anytime when it's actually not what I've written in my ebook. I've got like awareness of, you writing down like a little notebook, and on the left-hand side, you write down how you're feeling during the day and how you'd like to feel. In fact, I think I may have actually put it in there. I can't recall. But I also go through a recode in my ebook. But this is really good for you just to bounce from how you're feeling, how you'd like to feel. Just bounce from how you're feeling, how you'd like to feel, how you're feeling, how you would like to feel. And it's the awareness first. So you've got to check in with yourself and go, okay, well, this is how I feel. I'm okay with how I feel, but I'd like to feel this way. And so what happens is you just bounce between the left and the right. You just keep bouncing until there's nothing left. There's no emotional charge on it. And it's very, very cool. So you see there's so many strategies, but number one is that you've got to be aware of what's going on in your life, how you're feeling. You've got to be understanding of that. So when you actually get a down feeling, and you know it because you feel you're out of alignment, you don't feel good. Like it's not, when you're out of alignment and you're in the lower vibrational state, you don't feel good. You don't feel good. You can just feel it. It just means you're out of alignment. And so what we want to do is we want to get from that out of alignment feeling to feeling good. That's where we want to go, because that's where all the juicy stuff is. That's where all your creations and all your manifestations happen, in that desired reality, when you're feeling love and you're feeling joy and happiness. That's what it is. And yeah, absolutely, you'll get all these different things coming in, triggering you from the outside world. You'll always get that because you're human beings and you're hanging out with other human beings on planet Earth. And what's happening in the global arena, this is a huge test for so many people. But the more you learn all of this information to be in the creative structure, get really clear where you want to go, stop being stuck, stop oscillating from going from A to B. And once you actually get into that creative structure, you can just manifest whatever it is that you're desiring. Anything, right? You can't have everything, because that's like going to a restaurant and ordering everything on the menu. You're going to get sick. You can't cope with that. But it's you being crystal clear on where you want to go, removing the resistance as quickly as you can, and getting to the better feeling thoughts as much as you can. And then what we call it is like this vortex. And we're all hanging out in the morphogenetic field with each other. And so the higher the vibration we go, the more we can give to other people, the more we can give to other people. Because if you're not well, if you're financially broke, if you're worrying about everything, your relationships are not working out, well, number one is work on yourself and increase your vibration and be aware of everything. Once you're in that mode, then you're more likely to be able to give to others and be part of the community, because you are full. You're running on full. So your vibration is going to be so high that even if things are coming in from the universe, the planet, other human beings, you're sovereign, you're in control of all your thoughts and all your feelings. And you're going to be able to manifest and create and live a good life for yourself. So I have to go. I could probably just keep talking for another hour. but I have to go. So I just wanted to share this with you. It's called Uplift Friday. If you are interested in the membership, then I'm going to drop the link and you're welcome to go in and have a look at that. For the next 48 hours, I'm very happy to do a body scan for everybody who joins. If you're already a student, I've already offered you that, and you're welcome to send me your information that I've asked you for, and then I can do the scan for you. And at least you have like a benchmark. At least you know on a frequency level, you know, what frequencies you actually need to listen to increase your body. And then, of course, the information that I teach you in regards to the levels of consciousness and truly being able to manifest whatever it is that you desire, removing all of the resistance so you can actually do that. It sort of all makes sense because it's holistic, and you have to look at all holistic. You've got to look at your physical body. You've got to look at your chakras, your meridians. You need to look at your frequency, your nutrient status, your emotions, you know, how you're thinking, how you're feeling. It has to come from a holistic approach. You can't just have one thing and not have the other thing, because it's just not going to work. You're going to keep bouncing from one personal development program to another. So the health part, the physicality, I help you with a body scan. I also help again with the chakras, meridians, and have a look at your frequency. And I give you frequencies to actually start listening to increase it. And then on the way, you hang out with me once a week on a lesson and listen to the information about you bringing in that new creative structure for yourself. It's sort of like a no-brainer type thing. So I have to go. I've got to go, or I could be talking here forever. But anyway, I've got to go. But you're welcome to reach out to me. I don't mind having a quick chat. We can FaceTime, do whatever you want to do, make a decision and get on with it. Get on with it. That's all I can say. So love you, bless you, and I shall see you next time, next Friday. Bye.